Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to make this image in the back, or I'm just going to make a few things on here. I'm just going to get you in the ballpark, and then the rest is up to you. With this cube selected here, we're going to go ahead and turn on the X symmetry, and we're just going to get the basic shape and turn this transparency off. So that was on before, so then we go ahead and shut this back off. Now I'm going to go into the top view here and notice that the cross hair right here in the center, I need to bring this cube back behind this crosshair because I'm going to be drawing a line on it, and the line will be drawn in front of it rather than behind it or in the middle of it. We got an option to lock the plane. We can click down here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the line here, and then I'm going to select the polyline, and you can enable snapping if you want, whatever you want. I'm going to select here, here, and we'll select all the way up here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's go ahead and go into the preference editor, and let's see where this is. I need to get my undos up. I don't want the news just to slow me down on startup. Skip registration, and here's the line width. Let's try 3. There it goes, a little bit thicker. And also, let's go ahead and, I don't like the boundary box, and there's one in here called the command viewer. I think that's under display command viewer, and this is command viewer. So, and the version I'm using is 2.1 in this. Alright, let's get back to this, and we're going to go into the front view here, and we're going to scale this back down. And I'm going to go ahead and use the option called curve offset. So we're going to select here, and we're going to scale it down. We got two options to do with this, how to make this. We can make this with boolean or without it. So this is going to be your choice what you want to do. So with this selected here, we're going to go ahead and validate that. And let's go to custom tools, and we're going to go over to the ruled surface, and we're going to select here and here. Let's turn on the flat solid wireframe so we can see what we're doing. I just locked the cube in the back, so I'll make sure I don't select that. Alright, now we got this new item here, so if I subdivide it, you can see it got kind of curvy. Some of the parts I don't want curvy, and some of the parts I do. So the parts that I don't would be this one. Let's do this one and this one, and the Vertex Modeling, and we're going to go ahead and split these right here just a little bit. I'll zoom in so you can see it, and let go. Now when I subdivide it, it's got a cool little shape to it. And also, if I wanted to pull on the part of the shape, you can do certain things to it. Alright, let's go ahead and tip this to the side and hide this back one here, and we're going to go ahead and add some thickness to it. Go ahead, and that looks pretty good there. I'm going to go ahead and Control A all the edges, and let's use the chamfer on here. This is going to give it some edge in here, and don't go too far because this thing will cross if you go too far with the radius, so keep a little cautious there, and we're going to validate this. We'll turn this one back on and make it active. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and move this back just a little bit. And for this one here, we're going to use Boolean operation. I could build on this without Boolean operation, but we're just going to use Boolean operation for this one right now. And select here and validate it. Now we have a insert. Now let's go ahead and bring one out instead of inserting it. So we'll basically do the same thing. Go to the lines tab, and we'll just go a little something different. Now we're going to go ahead and use the offset. We're going to need to bring this down just a little bit. Let me switch this around here. I want to make this a little bit thicker and validate it. And we're going to use the ruled surface again. And we're going to go ahead and add some thickness to this one here, but make sure this is selected. And we're going to validate it. And we're going to bring this in to about right here. And use the Boolean operation. This is inserted, so I want to bring this on the outside and validate it. I don't know if I mentioned this, but since we are using the Boolean operation, if we subdivide it, it's going to look like a mess. So if we want any round or smooth corners, we're going to have to use the chamfer here. So let's go ahead and select some edges here. And we're going to bring this back just a little bit. And we're going to validate it. We can also do the same with selecting these edges. We can loop this, use a chamfer. Let's take a closer look here, and we're going to give it, let's say 2. I can click it to undo it and click it to redo it. Let's undo the ends there. I'll just go along the edges here so you can just kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and validate that. I'm getting pretty close here to this edge to the other edge, so let's do this not so hard, so we'll just need to get in here just a little bit closer to make sure I'm selecting the right one. As you can see, that went way over there. Alright, let's turn on the smooth here. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Now, as you notice here, it looks kind of lumpy in the front. It's because I'm using all this chamfer. If you go to the flat solid here, and there's other ways you can fix this, but I'm just switching over here so we don't see the wireframe. I could have put these objects in the front without Boolean operations, but that's all up to you what you want to do on that. So That'll get you up and running, and thank you very much.